Bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising. Day is breaking in my soul. Let's try that first verse again. Bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising. Day is breaking in my soul.
Rise up and hear your calling. Rise up and hear your calling.
Rise up and hear your calling. Rise up and hear your calling. Day is breaking in my soul.
Oh, lift your voice. Oh, lift your voice to heaven.
Oh, lift your voice to heaven. Oh, lift your voice to heaven. Day is breaking in my soul.
We'll dance and sing.
We'll dance and sing to sunrise. We'll dance and sing to sunrise. We'll dance and sing to sunrise. Day is breaking in my soul.
We'll sing out loud for justice. We'll sing out loud for justice.
We'll sing out loud for justice. We'll sing out loud for justice. Day is breaking in my soul.
We'll build this faith.
We'll build this faith together. We'll build this faith together. We'll build this faith together. Day is breaking in my soul.
Bright morning star.
Bright morning star arising. Bright morning star arising. Bright morning star arising. Day is breaking in my soul.
Bright morning one more time.
Bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising. Day is breaking in my soul.
Woo! So good, so good. Thank you, Matt, Tayward, and Joe for that lovely trio. My name is Mark David, and I'm music director of Sanctuary Boston, here with Alex Pham.
Hello.
Excited to do some music for you this evening. Our next song is Exactly by Amy Steinberg. We were smiling because I see Lelena Romero and Michael Slack and Zora there, and they are the ones that brought this song to the community in the first place. And so good to have you with us, and excited to share this song. If you haven't heard this song before, it has a lot of words, and it's a little bit of a tricky sing-along, but there are some repetitive sections, and as always, we kind of invite you to experience the music in whatever way is going to feed your soul, whether that's kind of like reflecting, listening, dancing, singing along, playing some home percussion, whatever brings you into the spirit with the community tonight. So here's Exactly. Exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am a blessing manifest. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am a blessing manifest. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am a blessing manifest. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am a blessing manifest. I can undress the moment, naked time unwinds beneath my mind, and from within I find that kind of beauty only I can find. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am surrendering so willingly to be the perfect me inside this now, and truly how else could it be? Destiny, she blesses me. Destiny, she blesses me. I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. And when I think I know to exactly where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am divinely timed and shining brightly. Yes, I believe that there's a purpose just for me. Yes, I believe that we are light and we shine infinitely. Whoa. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am not aimlessly existing, see. I am in perfect harmony with universal energy, and I am truly free when I accept my own divinity. So when I sing, you can feel it. When I cry, you can heal it. When I speak words, you can be the words I speak by singing with me. Peace, love, free. 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 Peace, love. And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. And when I think I know what's best for me, fate, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. And when I am all alone and full of fear, I just remember the rising sun always appears in everyday miracles. Miracles that I see. Well, you take me back, you take me back. Will you take me back? Will you take me back to exactly where I need to be? I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest. Thanks, everyone.
We now invite you to light a chalice or a candle from home, or spend a moment grounding yourself with your breath as we share these words from Toni Morrison. Freeing yourself was one thing, claiming ownership of that freed self was another.
Well, welcome again, all. My name is Matt, and I'm the Director of Community Life here at Sanctuary Boston. It's such a joy to be with you. It's a joy to be together. Thank you, Mark, David, and Alex, for some more gathering music. I'm looking forward to more ahead. As the saying goes around here at Sanctuary, let's begin with some singing, then we'll have some singing in the middle, and then we're going to close out with some singing at the end. A few logistics. We're recording this worship, so if you don't want your face on YouTube later, you can always turn off your camera, but we encourage and invite you to leave it on if that's comfortable for you. You are muted, but we do invite you to sing along, and all of the lyrics are in the order of service that's being shared in the chat box, so you can follow along. And this is a great time to try out some new harmonies you might not have been so bold to try if others could hear you. And we invite you to show up as you are, to bring your whole self to this space. If you need to grab some food or make yourself comfortable or just be in silence or dance around the room, it's all good. The names of all the other worship leaders are also in the order of service. If you want to follow along and know who's who, I think we have 12 or maybe 15 worship leaders tonight. Our worship gatherings are always a community event, And so welcome to that community for this evening at least. And a few more things about us. Most people here don't know most people. We've got folks joining from all over the country. Some folks that have just joined us since we've been online. Some folks that have been coming to Sanctuary and participating in all different kinds of ways over the years. And so we invite you to chat with each other in the chat box and to greet each other. We'll take some more time for that in a few minutes. Giving our reflection tonight, we're so excited to have such a special guest, Marche Greer, who is a facilitator, a spiritual director, and a storyteller who does her work at the intersections of movement building and spiritual care. They're currently a senior partner at Still Harbor and the communications director at Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism, two incredible organizations. So Marche, thank you for being with us this evening. It's such a joy to have you sharing a message. Let's continue to welcome each other into this space with our words of welcome that Sarah and Susie are going to read, and we invite you to read along at home.
Whether you go to church on Sunday morning,
or light candles on Friday nights,
whether you've been hurt by religion,
saved by it,
or some of both,
whether you're brand new to spiritual community,
or a seasoned seeker,
whoever you are, whatever you are,
wherever you are on your journey, we welcome you.
we welcome you.
And let's take another couple minutes to greet each other. So say hi in the chat box. If there's someone you know and want to say hi to, now is a good time for that. Or reach out and introduce yourself and say hello to someone who's not yet a friend. And we also encourage everybody to just share your name and where you're from in the chat box as well. We'll take a few more minutes for that while Mark, David, and Alex play. I'll invite your attention back for our centering song. So take this as a time to breathe deeply, to bring your whole self to this space. For now, at least, there is nothing else to be done, nowhere else you need to be.
I That was a setup, y'all, because how am I supposed to contain myself when you sing that song right before I speak? I want to thank Matt and the rest of this community for the invitation to join Sanctuary Boston and worship today. When I occupy any space, including this one, I hope I'm making my ancestors proud. I speak the name of Pauline Lott, one of my greatest teachers and first friends. May her memory always be a blessing to others, as it is daily a blessing to me. I'm grateful that this space is virtual, so folks from my community can join from near and far. I see so many of you. Hello. Virtual connection has been such a gift in these times, especially since I haven't seen some of my family for a while now. My 2-year-old niece, Joni, loves to FaceTime my wife and me. If I'm not sitting next to my wife when she calls, my niece will ask for Auntie Shay. The other day, my mother-in-law and Joni FaceTimed us as usual, and I was expecting to hear Joni ask for me, but she was at a park playground, so she only had time to say hi to my wife and, quickly return to playing. When my mother-in-law called my wife later that day to report on their park play date, she said it went great, except for one moment when Joni started crying because she didn't think she was getting pushed high enough on her swing. I just love watching her grow because she has a way of reminding me how brave and how curious I was before I stopped believing in those parts of myself. While I currently hold my breath when I'm crossing high bridges and refuse to go too high on nature walks, I used to be a lot more like Joni. I used to slide down the biggest slides and swing as high as I could, ending my swing session with a jump from the biggest swing. And then something changed. It happened after the first and only time I tried to use monkey bar rings. Now, if you're unfamiliar with monkey bar rings, they are a mixture between monkey bars and the rings that competitive gymnasts use. Chains or ropes will dangle from the playground set and they have rings attached to them. You're supposed to grab one ring at a time and then swing to the next one until you get across the entire monkey bar ring set. When I was a child, I used to go to my neighborhood community center's summer program. One day, after everyone else went inside as playground time was ending, I stayed outside by myself so I could give the monkey bar rings a try. Those who know me now might be surprised that I was sometimes a shy child. So I didn't really get a turn on playground equipment unless all of the more social kids were occupied elsewhere. I was so excited to use the monkey bar rings. As I climbed up the ladder to get to the rings, I pictured myself just flying from ring to ring until I landed in some kind of Simone Biles-esque dismount. Now, I might be dating myself by saying this, but of course, Simone Biles wasn't born when this was happening, but you get my drift. Now, I reached for the first ring, and unfortunately, trying the monkey bar rings wasn't as magical as I had pictured. I missed, and I fell flat on my face. And I'm not sure what stung more, my face or my ego. I looked around to make sure no one saw my fall, and I hurried inside to join everyone else. I was a pretty resilient child, but this particular experience was one that I never really shook. I was so ashamed about falling and so scared of another fall that I never tried to use monkey bars ever again, rings or otherwise. I'd stare jealously as kids would swing from ring to ring, convincing myself that maybe I just wasn't a monkey bar kid. Monkey bar kids were the kids who got picked first for kickball. Monkey bar kids didn't have to ask other kids if they could play. They were just invited. Monkey bar kids not only finished going across the monkey bar rings, but they also got an ovation after doing so. I was never going to be that kid. It's amazing how quickly I went from having the experience of one monkey bar accident to telling myself certain stories about myself because the accident happened. Pain is such a profound teacher that I sometimes forget it's not the only one. It's human nature to oversimplify narratives. Maybe even more so if, like me, you're paid to tell easily digestible stories for a living. It's a lot easier for me to make meaning of my life when I reduce it to easy conclusions or binary tropes. Heroes or villains, failures or triumphs, beginnings or endings, even hurting or healing. You see, I have a tendency to turn my attention toward what has hurt me and who has hurt me, orienting most of my life to responding to pain. I've worked jobs where I repeatedly volunteered myself to lay my pain bare in order to educate people about my marginalized identities. I've spent months replaying painful relationships that didn't end well instead of noticing the people around me who were ready to love me well. I've spent hours on social media arguing with people who don't even respect my basic humanity. For so long, I have let how I've been hurt have an oversized space in the story I tell about myself. So much so that I'm not really sure who I am when I'm not fighting something or being hurt by someone. Unsurprisingly, living this way has burnt me out. I'm always angry. And when I'm not angry, I'm pretty depressed. And when I'm not depressed, I'm crawling out of my skin with anxiety. And when the anxiety stops, the anger starts again. Lately, I've been slowing down and taking time to remember that I have a right to live a life where my healing and happiness are honored as fully as my pain. I want to remember what it felt like before I fell from those monkey bar rings, before I started telling myself stories about who I couldn't be or what I couldn't do, before I decided that focusing on my failures had to be the sum of my story. My joy and my peace and my passion and my pleasures deserve just as much of my attention as my hurt. My tender places and softness are just as important as the parts of me that have been hardened. What makes me laugh is just as much of a teacher as what makes me cry. The people who showed up for me have taught me much more about my worth than the people who abandoned me. When I am healing, I am open to complicating my own narrative. I don't have to forget how bad it hurt falling on my face. It hurt when I was reaching for those monkey bars. And I also don't have to let that pain overshadow how much fun I had on playgrounds, swinging with my friends, jumping into the air as if I could fly away. Life is certainly not all pleasure, but I'll be damned if I keep living as if it's all pain. We're headed to go visit my family soon, and I can't wait to hear a small voice ask for Auntie Shay. I might just ask Joni if she wants to head to the park with me. There might just be some monkey bars with my name on them.
Thank you so much, Marche, for that reflection. It's kind of funny now, the way that things evolve. We all come and go our own way, and the seasons change, relationships dissolve, and somehow it all gets better anyway. Of my own, and now I know that I will never go back there again. Said I've had my space to heal, a place of my own, and now I know that I will never go back there. And shelter myself from the storm, I wouldn't even dare, 'cause I have never felt as whole as I do. My soul is awakened by the newness in the air that I am breathing right now, and I've had my space of my own, and now I know that I will never go back there again. And it's so wonderful to be aware of myself, and it's so warm, this light that's shining all around me now that I have forgiven me. I feel I can learn to love myself and no longer sinking in my sorrow. I've got my feet on solid ground now. I've had my space to heal, a place of my own, and now I know that I will never go back there again. Said I had my space to of my own, and now I know that I will never go back there again.
Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism, Blue, where Marche is the communications director, does many incredible things. In my mind, create space for particularly Black people and Black Unitarian Universalists to hold joy and pain, to fall off monkey bars and get back on them and not need to be monkey bar kids at all. Officially, Blue harnesses love's power to combat oppression and foster healing as a spiritual and political imperative. Blue knows the power of love to be life-changing, inclusive, relational, uncomfortable, unconditional, and without end. And Blue creates virtual experiences for Black people, sustains regular programming for children and youth, organizes to fundamentally change material conditions for Black people impacted by systemic anti-Blackness. And that's why we're sharing our offering this evening with Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism. Folks can share over Venmo or over PayPal. The links are in the chat. Please put offering in the notes. I want to share some of the things that Blue is up to specifically right now. Blue is currently working on its Northside Blue Housing Cooperative Initiative, which at the end of this project, Black and Indigenous families will be empowered as homeowners in Minneapolis that will fundamentally transform access to resources and wealth for generations. This is a hybrid land trust and cooperative housing model constructing about 30 new townhomes for families to live in and build long-term wealth. Blue is also in the process of distributing $35,000 in COVID relief to Black folks impacted by the pandemic. Your support of Blue creates life-saving, life-changing spiritual community for Black people and helps change the material conditions of Black lives. More information is at blacklivesuu.org. And I want to testify of the power of Blue in my own spiritual life as a non-Black person and for Black people within Unitarian Universalism and beyond. I am personally so grateful for Marche's ministry there and for Blue as a force for love in our world. Please give with generosity.
Indeed, please do. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. Get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. You get the choice to sit it out or dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. If you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
We arrive together, bringing all the joys and sorrows of our complex lives with us this evening. We invite you now to write any sorrows you're carrying in the chat box. As sorrow shared, our burdens lifted. even in the most difficult times, we also come bringing joys, large and small. We invite you now to write any joys of any size that you are carrying in the chat box, as joys shared are joys magnified.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
Spirit that sang through our ancestors and echoes down through time, through today, and into the far future. Remind us that old lesson that falling is a necessary part of flying. Bring us the strength to hold the enormous ambiguity of life. And this can be especially difficult when the painful side of the story is happening to someone we love. And Spirit, remind us that this pain, too, is the other half of a joy, the joy of loving someone deeply. As we hold successes and failures, meetings and partings, illness and healing, rejection and embracing, in the heart of this place of sanctuary tonight. Spirit of all human time, give us the fluidity to flow with the winds of change as they come. And in that time and in that space, let us hold the whole story, both falling and flying, wherever the journey might take us this week. Let it be so.
Make us aware we are sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary anew.
Friends, let's keep healing together. In the words of poet Worcestershire and Beyonce's Lemonade, if we're going to heal, let it be glorious.
Our closing song this evening is There's a River Flowing in My Soul. The song was written by a powerful woman named Fea Ora Rose Toure. And not only is she an incredible songwriter and musician and also a poet and also a playwright, but she's also founded over the years numerous organizations to work for racial justice. And in addition to all of that, I guess maybe in her spare time, she was also the first black woman judge of Alabama. And then just a few years ago, she was arrested in her mid-80s for civil disobedience, protesting the construction of a Confederate monument in her hometown. So for me, this song is part of the story of her life, one of justice making, of joyful justice work, of the hard daily grind of justice work, tied intricately with art and music and creativity. We'll sing it, the first verse through a couple times, and we invite you to sing along at home as you get a sense of it. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul, and it's telling me that I'm somebody in our harmony. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul. And I see in you what I feel in me. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul. There's a river flowing in my soul. River flow through me. River flow through me. Keep that river flowing in my soul. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for worship. At Sanctuary Boston, we recognize that sanctuary is something we can find within ourselves, and it's also something that we create together. And so thank you for creating some sanctuary for yourselves and for each other this evening. Last ritual of the evening is the ritual of announcements.